Hello. Happy Monday, guys. Happy post-holiday weekend. Yes. Merry Christmas to you if you celebrated Christmas. It's wonderful to see you all. If I did this correctly. Let's just make sure I did do this correctly. If not, I'm gonna have to change something. But we'll see in a few moments. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome to this daily reading, this daily tarot reading. Welcome to Divine Conversations. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. So I do have, like the title mentioned, I do have some pretty big news to share about the channel and the direction that the channel is going to be going in the coming year. So I do want to share that with you guys first. And then we're going to get into a bit of a daily reading. I have been kind of checked out over the last few days. I was really I'm allowing myself to take time off right now, which feels fairly natural anyway. I mean, yes, we have the holidays, we just had Christmas, we have New Year's coming up, blah blah blah, but it just feels natural. December feels like a time to rest and like settle in for the coming winter months, and so yes, I have a lot of chickens and roosters around me. Anyway, so December just feels like that time. So I'm allowing myself to do that. I've been really working on focusing on settling into nature and a natural rhythm, my own rhythm, in tandem with nature. So that's feeling really nice, and so I've been doing that. But in this time off, it's really allowed me the time I needed to like really reset and focus myself on what it is I want to be working towards in the coming year and how I want to be of service and how do I bring these new things that are coming up for me now, how do I bring that into reality. And I've been able to figure that out. I've been really able to focus a lot of that energy, which has been great. One of the main things that's going to be coming forward is a change in the dynamic between YouTube and Patreon. And you guys, in typical fashion, it was quiet. You know, the roosters were quiet before I started here, but of course, as soon as I start talking, here they come, wanting to compete with me, right? Oh, okay. Anyway, so this big change that's coming through here. This change between the dynamic and between YouTube and Patreon is hinges on the death of a certain part of the channel here. For the foreseeable future, I will be retiring morning coffee. And that was a hard decision to make. It's even kind of hard to say it here. It's hard to say it to the collective. It's taken me a long time. It really, in all honesty, you guys, the roosters are Leos, yeah. The main reason why I'm discontinuing morning coffee is because it just feels like it's time to let that go. And over the course of this year, Spirit has been guiding me through that transition and through understanding, really getting a deep understanding of why things needed to change, why certain things needed to change, and how to make that change. And one of the hardest things, one of the things I struggled with the most is the reality of letting go of morning coffee. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm letting go of daily readings. Quite the opposite. I do still plan on doing daily readings. However, daily readings are going to move back over to Patreon. But there is a trade-off there. We'll get to that in a second. But in terms of morning coffee, it was great. It had a really great run. But in the nature of me settling into this new rhythm, me settling into a rhythm with nature, a rhythm that is my own, plus flowing with the rhythm of nature, I've started to understand my own personal cycles. And at one point in my life, getting up first thing in the morning and doing morning coffee underneath that realm or that structure was applicable to my life. That's what I was doing at the time. If you guys remember, when I started Morning Coffee, I was at in a training program, or I was in this school for music production, and so I was getting up in the morning to go to class and everything like that. I was still kind of in that 9 to 5 life, you know what I mean? Even though I wasn't really working a job then, but I was going to school and in that structure and everything. And many people, over the course of the 2 years, I think, that I had been doing Morning Coffee, some people even suggested to me, maybe record it the day before or something like that. But that never fit into the framework of what I understood Morning Coffee to be, the energy under which I was holding or had created Morning Coffee and what I wanted to do. It was literally a situation where I got up in the morning and I had my cup of coffee with you guys. We did a daily reading and then we went on about our days, okay? But that's not my life any longer. I still get up. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm jumping ahead. But so changing that structure in, like, say, recording it at a different time and then airing it in the morning as Morning Coffee didn't work, because technically, as far as I knew it energetically, that was not Morning Coffee. Okay, so that doesn't work. But then also, this is not my life any longer. I do still get up early in the morning. As a matter of fact, I get up regularly. I get up so early that I beat the sun and I'm anxiously waiting for the sun to come up. But in that understanding of anxiously waiting for the sun to come up, I also have a bit of a morning ritual or a morning thing that I do with the rising of the sun. When the sun rises, that's when I get enough light to then enter into my garden in the morning and tend to it, see how it's doing, get it some water if it needs it, blah, 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 before the sunlight hits them. And so there's this realigning of my process in that way. And so I've started to understand, as I started to recognize or realize or sink into that routine. In that process, I was understanding that there are some days where I get up in the morning and I'm super productive, right? I'm ready to go. I'm up. Let's do this. And I get all the things done. There are other days, and often this is very connected to the moon cycle, okay? But then there are other days in which I'm not so productive and I'm kind of lazy, or maybe I'm just going through something and I need that morning time to process that. Doing Morning Coffee in this way is no longer conducive to my life. But that doesn't mean that I still can't do daily readings. And sometimes those daily readings need to happen in the afternoon or in the evening or something like that. You know what I mean? So, with all of that said, and recognizing how things were in a need for change, that opened up the opportunity for me to restructure everything that's going on here. And with all of that said, like I said, Morning Coffee is being discontinued, but daily readings are starting, but they're being taken over to Patreon. There is a trade off in all of that, because with that, monthly readings are coming back. And as I've been settling into this whole shift with myself, I've recognized and realized and understood that I do, in fact, miss doing monthly readings. But I miss it because I miss having that quintessential divine conversations time. That time with each sign to have a conversation with you guys about what's going on in your life, what's going on in the astrology, and all that kind of stuff. I really want that time back. This is divine conversations. Let's have a conversation about it. But also, I I recognized the value in it. I recognized a connection with myself in wanting to do it and how I can be of service in that way. So I eagerly am very excited to bring that back. And initially, when I started to try and decide how to structure that whole situation, I said, okay, well, maybe I can take premiere access to Patreon and then it's released later on YouTube, and I should do it this way, and this tier gets this amount, and this tier only gets this amount, and blah 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 blah. Like, I've been trying to figure out how to work all of this into Patreon. And what I came to realize there is that I don't resonate with creating certain street tiers for people to get certain things. I find that restrictive. I want to be more inclusive. So instead of trying to say, okay, well, Patreoners get monthly readings, first access, premiere access, and then YouTube gets it later, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 whatnot, whatever, and trying to figure all that out, I've decided to keep monthly readings and monthly discussions and live streams and whatnot, whatever, over on YouTube, and to make Patreon tiered in different ways so that you are able to pay what it is you feel comfortable with. Okay, the lowest tier right now is $3, and it goes all the way up to 55. But I'll explain that in a second. But everybody gets access to the Patreon situation. If you want to be a closer part of the collective, if you want to support the channel, if you want to give back, if you want to, all kinds of stuff, then join us on Patreon. You'll get premiere focus, premier treatment, and everybody gets the same thing, except for when you get to the higher tiers, you get certain discounts up to the highest tier, which only has 5 spots available, where you get one monthly reading with me plus access to everything else and a 20% discount on any other readings that you get. But we'll talk about that in a second. So so YouTube and Patreon. YouTube is where everybody is. YouTube is where we connect to the greater collective. Patreon is where we get a little more personal, and where we do daily discussions, and we talk about 1111 on the counter. We talk about all the things there. You get extra content there. You get to support the channel there. Because it's really without Patreon that a lot of this is able to happen, right? Because yes, YouTube, it does pay to a certain extent, but that's very unstable and unpredictable, right? So, Patreon, if you really want to support the channel, Patreon is the way to go. If you want to get daily readings, Patreon is the way to go. If you want to have access to being able to help shape and mold the channel, Patreon is the way to go. If you want to get discounts on personal readings, Patreon is the way to go. There are a number of tiers. The first tier is the Sprouts, I believe, the Sprouts Collective. That's $3 a month, and that is access to everything. The next tier is the Seedling Collective, which is $5 a month. Again, access to everything. The third tier is the Glory Collective, and that's where that one is $7 a month. And for that collective, you guys get access to everything, but then also you get 10% off your discounts of your personal readings. Limit one per transaction, but you can do as many readings as you want, over the course of the month, and you get discounts. You just can't buy like 5 readings at once and get discounts on all of those readings. You just get it if you buy, like, say, 5 readings at once, you get a discount, a 10% discount on that transaction as a whole, all 5 of those readings together, not 5 individual readings. Okay. And that goes for all the discounts. So then the next tier is the Unicorn Herd, which is $11 a month. You get access to everything, and you get a 20% discount on your readings. And then the last tier is the regulars. That's only 5 spaces. That's $55 a month. But with that, you get access to everything, and you get one personal freestyle reading from me per month, and 20% discount on everything else that you buy, any other reading or whatever that you get. So, that's a way to make things a little exclusive, but also to make it more inclusive. Because, like, the idea, I'm not saying the idea of giving certain things to certain tiers isn't bad or is bad. I'm saying that it doesn't resonate with me. And I struggled with that over my career, or my history, we'll say, with Patreon. I really struggled with that aspect. So there we go. I hope this all made sense. Maybe I'll record something another time and tell you guys about that another time. But that's the dynamic. So the long and short, the long story short, discontinuing morning coffee. Daily readings are moving to Patreon. Monthly readings are coming back. Patreon is a place to donate to the channel. All tiers get access to everything. Higher tiers get greater discounts. And there you have it. I'm really excited about the monthly situation, the monthly reading situation. I'm going to be incorporating more astrology into that, because I am studying more astrology. Of course, when I do the astrology, it's from the sidereal point of view. And in the monthly readings, when I talk to about the astrological placements, I'm talking to that rising sign, okay? Because that's technically literally where the things are for that rising sign. But with that said, I'm very excited. I'm going to do a live stream within the next few days, about the just a collective reading, collective powwow on the month of January. Listen, you guys, January, February, and March are going to be um, very interesting 3 months. So the winter season, you remember when I did the collective reading for the winter season and I was saying expect friction? Well, we're going to get into why there is going to be, why we can expect friction. All my Patreoners, I feel like I want to do a special reading for you, or a special like video for you guys to talk about my understanding of the next 3 months, because we have a very unique interaction between Venus, Mars, and Pluto. And this culminates by the 3rd of March, and there seems to be a launching season, some sort of launching that's going to happen. Um, so that's just a little bit of a tease. You guys get into that. I mean, I'm excited to bring that to you. It's a very interesting story. It's turning out to look like, or to looking to be. Ugh. So be prepared for that. So I'm gonna do a live stream within the next few days about the month of January, and then throughout the month of January, with like I want to say the first 2 weeks or so, I'm gonna be putting out monthly readings for each sign. That it's all 13, right? So that's Aries through Pisces, including Ophiuchus. So I'm very excited about that. So anyway, guys, how are you guys? I just rambled on for 15 minutes. Let's take a little break, and then we'll get into a collective reading for today. I'll do my best to try and remember to timestamp. But anybody that wants to timestamp to hurry things along for others, you are more than welcome to do so. Yes. So how was your holiday weekend, guys? For those of you who celebrated Christmas, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I had a really nice weekend. I stayed completely to myself, which was excellent. Um, I really just, I. It's not that I didn't. Well, okay. Let me be honest. I didn't really want. Hi, Adam. Hi, Baruch. I wanna. Let's be honest. I didn't really want to see anybody, and it's not because I hate people or that I'm mad at anyone. It's that I just wanted to spend time with myself. I wanted to have this Christmas weekend, just me, myself, and I, doing the things that I love to do, doing the things that would make me happy. And it's so funny. I realized this later on. It's so funny that the moon was in Leo all weekend, and now the moon is in Virgo, and I've already gotten so much done. But the moon is in Virgo now. Oh, Adam, you got COVID too. Yeah, a friend of mine flew home from Puerto Rico. She flew home somewhere in the States. I don't remember where. But they got COVID on the way too, unfortunately. But that's okay. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be fine. Of course, I'm not a doctor. Anyway, but I had really checked out. It felt right. It felt awesome, and I came out of the weekend feeling really, really good and super connected, and super connected to the collective. So I ended up having a dream this morning of me dropping down into an ocean, deep into an ocean. It was kind of dark, and I could hear a woman screaming off in the distance. And my first instinct was to go and try and find her and help her. But I woke myself up out of the dream, afraid that I wasn't going to be able to breathe. Okay, good, Adam. Good, good, good. So that dream was kind of a cue for me to, hi, Shauna, was kind of a cue for me to enter back into the collective and do this collective reading today, yeah? So we're going to do that. But anyway, I hope you guys are feeling well. I hope you're all right. We're going to get into a collective reading today. There are people that need help, and it's so interesting because the moon is in Virgo today, and this is, of course, in terms of sidereal astrology. And I entered into such a work mode today. Like, I got Patreon lined up today. I'm wanting to come in and do a collective reading today. Like, I'm getting things done today. So okay, business oriented, but it's also with Virgo being the helper, the healer, kind of the nurse, the midwife, um, type of energy. It was very poignant that I had that dream in which I was dropped right back down into the ocean being the collective. So here we are, and here I am. Pay attention to your dreams, you guys, and this is something that that has really come into focus for me lately. Really pay attention to your dreams, because, and I saw a meme yesterday that like kind of blew my mind, and it said that if you remember your dream, it wasn't a dream, it was a message. So pay attention, right? There's a lot of healing that can be involved here. Some of you may be okay. All right. So there are dreams that are affecting the collective here today, or in this moment. This is a general reading. This is also a timeless reading, so this can resonate for you at any time, you guys. All right. But dreams are the focus right now. For some of you, this actually is your literal dreams, like you're having nightmares. For some of you, this is happening in your waking life. So instead of nightmares, I call these daymares. This is when, you know, you're going about your day, but you're getting lost in all these scary Nine of Swords-y what if scenarios, or you're just lost in the sauce, or lost in the confusion of your emotions, blah, blah, blah. You're down deep in the ocean, you don't know how to get out. So let's talk about that. And what I want to start with is, I want to start with the Energy Oracle deck. And I've been shuffling it here, and I've got three cards already. All right, so this is relationship oriented. This could be the twin flame dynamic, divine masculine, divine feminine, potentially. All right, but what we're talking about here are caring connections, the garden and the gate, and woman holding the heart. First thing that I think of with this, you guys, is feeling trapped in your relationships. Now, Venus is currently retrograde. And part of this 3-month situation here that we have going on over the winter months, and which is why we can be expecting friction over the winter season, right? But part of the energy dynamic that's going on right now is that Venus is retrograde currently. She has also recently hit her first point in a 3-point conjunction with Pluto, and this conjunction also includes Mars. So you guys remember when I was talking about the 3-point conjunction between Mars and Mercury over the fall? Well, now we have another one of those between Venus and Pluto, and Mars is directly involved in that. So we have another one of those that are happening over the winter season. It starts with a conjunction between Venus and Pluto that happened a few days ago. That started a few days ago. And then, actually, it started a few weeks ago, because Venus approached Pluto. Actually, this might be 1, 2. No, it is 3. It is 3. So when Venus was right before Venus went retrograde, she made her first point of conjunction with Pluto. Then Venus went retrograde, she made her second point of conjunction with Pluto. And now she's going to go back, and she's going to meet up with Mars, where she's going to then go direct, and then Venus and Mars are going to move direct together, like literally in lockstep, hand in hand, until they finally approach and make that final point of the conjunction with Venus and Pluto. So it's Venus at the last point of this. You have Venus, Mars, and Pluto all conjunct together. This is on the 3rd of March, and just talking about that alone, given also the fact that Venus will be retrograde for a good portion of this, you can expect some drastic change. All right. So, and this change is happening in your relationships. Maybe even your relationship with money. So this could also be happening with your business and financial endeavors, okay? But what we're talking about for the collective at this moment is feeling trapped in your relationships. Caring connections. This caring connections also feels like family. This doesn't just have to be a romantic other. This doesn't have to be a twin flame dynamic. This can be just your family. And actually I'm getting that quite strongly here, you guys. And what I'm feeling here is like you're realizing that in some cases you're realizing, that yes, people do mean well, but there's something about this connection that is restricting me. The garden and the gate. Like, things are beautiful in the garden, sure, or things might be beautiful in the garden, sure. They might actually be beautiful, or it may be a facade. Okay. But there's more out there. I'm hearing you want to approach this gate, and you don't just want to stand at it and look out any longer. You want to actually go out and explore now. See, but your heart is holding you back here. Woman holding a heart. There is a lot of love and compassion for these energies, for these people, for these connections, and yet something about it is still holding you back. Okay. Overall, wow, you guys, overall energy at the bottom of this deck, and I'm using the Energy Oracle deck. Overall energy is, right now, is your third chakra, your sacral chakra. Your action, your seat of action, your seat of your personal willpower. Something about this connection goes against your personal willpower, and it is at this point that you are starting to realize this. That doesn't mean you don't love them. In some cases, I feel like some of you are trying to convince yourself that this doesn't mean that you think any less of them. But yet, unfortunately, you are starting to feel that way. You are starting to, in fact, think less of some of these people. You might actually be starting to realize who they actually truly are as people, as a person. For some of you, the rose-colored glasses in terms of certain members of your family, and I'm getting like aunts and uncles, maybe even grandparents, maybe even cousins, but I am getting people that are older than you. In some cases, these are your elders, right? But the rose-colored glasses or the rose-colored effect is wearing off. For some of you, this is political. For others of you, this has to do with the pandemic, like whatever. Like whatever. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get some more then. Yeah, I literally, walking away, just flipped over, just wanted to be seen. It didn't come out. What has come out here is man holding a coin. For some of you, the reasons, this actually could be a marriage here. Also, this could be a marriage. For others of you, for others of you, this is still just like family. This could be your father. But also now what I'm getting with man holding a coin is that either some of you are providers in this situation, or others of you have someone that is holding some sort of financial weight or power over you. And as I'm speaking to that, I'm feeling your father or some sort of patriarchal energy that maybe holds the key to the family vault or holds the purse. And it's for financial reasons that you may have stayed involved in this situation. It could very well be that. All right. For others of you, this point doesn't have to resonate for you, but for some of you, this is the deal. And with that, now you have the thinking woman that has just come out. And to me, that is saying that you are starting to think for yourself. You are starting to form your own opinions. Some of you are individuals, I am feeling women that are in your 30s and 40s. And part of this situation that what you're dealing with, what you're struggling with, good morning, new moon. Part of what you're struggling with is the fact that you're now in your late 30s to early 40s. And some of you are like, why am I just seeing this now? Why didn't I see this before? Why am I just now starting to think independently for myself like this? Don't let that judgment come down on you. That's more of King of Swords in reverse, maybe even Queen of Swords energy. All right, you don't have to think that critically of yourself, okay? The fact of the matter is that you are actually, I'm hearing that you're thinking clearly, okay? But more importantly, you're thinking for yourself. So even if this person or these people don't have some sort of financial hold upon you, this could just be, with man holding a coin, this could be your masculine side coming through and thinking critically, okay? This could be your inner feminine thinking critically or being in a critical manner, very Queen of Swords, okay, thinking woman. But then your masculine in the physical taking action, making moves in order to bring balance to your life. Angel of balance. Now, angel of balance is also saying that you have your angels with you. You are being guided at this point. If this change is being influenced in your life on behalf of your higher self and also on behalf or by your angels. They are guiding you. They are leading you in this way, okay? So if you are experiencing this right now, don't freak out. Don't think that you're a bad person. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Just embrace the change that is naturally happening for you at this point, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Let's get into some tarot here. So this is what you can expect for the daily readings over on Patreon, yeah? Yeah, so if you're tuning in later or live, I am making some changes to the channel. Daily readings are moving back to Patreon, and I am discontinuing, I'm retiring morning coffee. This is 3. Anyway, let's continue with this daily reading. And I feel like this is why this is directly connected to the dream that I had, not just because it was a symbol for me on behalf of, or from my higher self to say, okay, it's time to dive back into the collective, but also the image in that dream was me being dropped down into the ocean. And I do remember someone else dropped down with me. It was a feminine energy. She dropped down with me. And as we entered into the ocean, she was screaming. And my first instinct was to go find her, to help her. So I feel like, and this also could be why this is coming up now. It's time to wake up, you guys. This is why this could be coming out now, because you just spent all this time with your family, or you spent this time in an energetic realm that reminds you of your family. Whether you're with your family physically or not, okay? This tends to be a time where people can become hyper-focused or hyper-aware of the issues within their families. The issues with the dynamics between themselves and their parents, or their grandparents, or their siblings, or whomever, right? So part of that dream was me becoming aware of the fact that some of you have been literally dropped down into this dark, seemingly endless ocean of emotion, and you don't know what to do about it. And when I was hearing her scream, I couldn't tell if she was being physically attacked or if she was being overwhelmed by the emotion that was all around us, the ocean, the dark ocean that was around us, right? Okay. 2 more shuffles here. 1. And then we'll get into the tarot. This is 2. Okay. Now, I mean, I am speaking mostly to women, because that's the bulk of my channel. Also feminine individuals or feminine energies, that's also a bulk of my channel, whether you're a man or a woman. But this also could resonate for you as a man or a masculine energy, okay? But I speak a lot about the feminine here, because the feminine is our emotions, and a lot of the masculines that find themselves on my channel or channel like mine is because they're getting in touch with their feminine. So keep that in mind. True to form, you guys. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck of the tarot cards right now is the 5 of Swords. I haven't even pulled anything yet. It is, in fact, the 5 of Swords. And I forgot to mention, at the bottom of the deck of the Energy Oracle, which is the deck we started with, you have card number 18, Anxiety. This is more of a 9 of Swords energy. You know, 18 does boil down to a 9. But yeah, this is more of a 9 of Swords energy. But this, the 5 of Swords, the conflict is the reason why. So we're going to take this as an overall energy from the tarot here. We have the 4 of Cups underneath that. It is in reverse. You're feeling stuck and stagnant. And you're wishing that the family would move forward. Or you're wishing that this person or these people, whomever it is you're connected to in which you're feeling this way, you're wishing everybody could just move forward together. 3 of Cups, 6 of Swords. You're tired of feeling stuck. You're tired of being bored. You're tired of feeling uninspired. 4 of Cups in reverse. You are activated here. But you see, underneath the Knight of Wands is the Queen of Pentacles. Not everybody is going to come with you, and that's what the Queen of Pentacles says. It's only those that are willing to do the work themselves, to carry their own weight. Not to say that we're not going to help you, obviously, duh, come on, but you still have to carry some of your weight. If not all of it, says the Queen of Pentacles. And that right there automatically says that not everybody's going to go with you. And part of the Queen of Pentacles energy is understanding that, coming to terms with that. Focusing on the reality of the fact that you can only do so much and not be depleted. Okay? Okay, so that's a big part of this, but let's dive deeper into this Five of Swords energy. Hey, Liz. All right, Five of Swords. What is this Five of Swords for the collective, please, Spirit? What do you want to say for the collective in terms of this Five of Swords? Page of Swords here. You're trying to be a mediator. You're playing telephone. Okay, you're going back and forth. You're trying to be the party that builds the bridge between everyone, or builds the bridge for people for them to move forward. But you gotta chill on that. Page of Swords, Four of Swords. Whoa, take a step back. Relax, chill, like rest for a second. And also that I'm feeling with this energy, you guys, that some of you are afraid to stop. Some of you are afraid to stop and rest and fall back for a minute, because you know that as soon as you fall back and the dust settles, or you get a moment to clear your mind, you're going to realize just how fruitless this endeavor is. Yikes. And that's part of this Five of Swords energy. That's how this is a lose-lose situation. If it would be one thing if your efforts were actually taking hold, taking root, but they're not. They're not. They literally just are not. And so you're sabotaging yourself. You're depleting yourself. You're the Queen of Pentacles in reverse in this type of situation. The Hanged Man in reverse now with strength. Oh, yes, indeed. This is absolutely ego. Oh, honey. It's also Knight of Wands energy of being a torchbearer, feeling activated and wanting to help, wanting to be of service. But when you pile drive people like this, that is also an energy of the Knight of Wands. It's also a Sagittarian energy. We have a shit ton of Sagittarius energy going on with all this Venus stuff right now, right? Venus's retrograde is throughout Sagittarius. The conjunction with Pluto is in Sagittarius. The conjunction with Mars that she makes up later on in the season is in Sagittarius. The final conjunction between Mars, Venus, and Pluto is in what? Sagittarius. And that's influencing a greater mind, an expanded mind. You guys are getting an expanded worldview. And if you find yourself on this channel, then yes, you are doing this because we are expanding here. And some of you are wanting to teach. Some of you are wanting to bring others with you. And that is part of this energy. And that is noble and should be respected and revered. But you can't force people into it. Sagittarius can sometimes be an extremely forceful energy. I just want you to get it. I just want you to come with me. Just come with me. It's going to be so exciting. I promise. Just come with me. You can't force them. The Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah. The Hanged Man in reverse with strength. You have this change in perspective. But quite frankly, you got there on your own. That's how everybody does it. That's how everybody does it. You can't force people into it, okay? Final card here is the Nine of Pentacles. You have to allow people to build on their own, to build themselves. See, okay, that is a death. Okay, that is the thing here. You guys have heard me say this before. Earth is creator school. I'm not the only one that has said this. This is not something I claim. I don't claim copyright to this. I'm not the first person to have said this, okay? But I've believed this for a long time. Earth is a creator school. This is not a vacation, you guys. We didn't come down here to have a vacation. We came down here to learn. We came down here to grow. We came down to expand. We came down here to learn to be creators. We also came down here to this third dimension, to the lower dimensions, to build up throughout the dimensions, to learn about individuality, to build our own sense of individuality. And that's what we're doing right now, right? You have got to allow people to build their own sense. Yeah, their own sense of self, their own sense of identity, which means that they've got to, if they're beating the drum of something that you think is just the craziest thing in the world, for lack of a better term, you're going to just have to let them beat that drum until they get tired of beating it, eventually, if they do, and then stop beating it themselves. You've got to let that leaf fall off. You've got to let that die out within their own realm of their life, their existence. You have to allow them to go through that transformation. Death, King of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. That doesn't mean don't be of service, but be of service to people that come asking, seeking the information. Be of service to those that Spirit puts in your life, in your path, and allow yourself to live the life that you live. Express yourself the way that you express yourself, because I promise you, your personal identity, your personal individuality is already written into the fabric of the universe, is already written into the timelines, is already accounted for. So allow the universe to do it, speak for itself. Allow that energy to speak for itself. Wow. Allow each individual their own right to free will to personal satisfaction. Nine of Cups is the last card there. Be objective, be discerning. Okay? Be objective. King of Swords, not Queen of Swords. A lot of you in this energy have been sinking into a Queen of Swords energy, and unfortunately that was being turned in on yourselves. You didn't want to project it out to these people. You still care about these people. But instead of being Queen of Swords about it, be King of Swords about it. And if they're just not getting it, or if they just don't want to get it, then that's fine. Let them do their thing. Hold your boundaries, yes. Still be loving and supportive, sure. But hold your boundaries, yes. But be objective. And if they have to go down a certain path in order to build their sense of self, let them. It is upon their soul to choose, not you, not yours. Okay. I want to close this reading out. I was guided to pull this deck today. This deck was donated to the channel by Carolyn. Hello, Carolyn. It's Oracle of the Seven Energies. Colette Baron Reed. And Carolyn does have the channel Wisdom from the Angels. Check her out if you haven't done so already. But we're going to close this reading out with Oracle guidance from this deck. 3 shuffles here. 1. Oh, so you guys, I am going to finish out the rest of the year, 2, doing daily readings here on YouTube. Daily readings move to Patreon. This is 3, as of January 1st. Yes? Cool. Closing Oracle guidance. Closing Oracle guidance for this collective reading, for this daily message, please, Spirit. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. We have card number 21, which boils down to a 3. I personally have been seeing a lot of 333 lately. If you have been seeing that as well, there's your confirmation. And what does that mean? That means that you are on a path. You're on a path. 33 viewers in the chat right now. See, look at that. Okay, and then 444 with a 3 in there. Okay, 333. If you're seeing a lot of repeating 3s right now, you are working directly with the Ascended Masters. Your path is being upgraded. You are being upgraded. You are feeling this upgrade also. I'm definitely feeling that. If you're resonating with repeating 3s right now, you are feeling this upgrade like a motherfucker, okay? Like, some of you have never felt an upgrade like this before. I know I haven't. This has been, I mean, talk about powerful, okay? So if I know I'm feeling it, you guys are feeling it too, especially if you're seeing a lot of repeating 3s, specifically 333. Anyway, exposed and revealed. And this takes us right back to the beginning of the reading. The initial sentiment that I was getting for the collective was seeing certain individuals or certain relationship dynamics for what they truly are. seeing them in ways that you have never seen them before. And for some of you, this is like shocking because it's like, why did I never see this? I'm X amount of years into my life and I haven't seen this, or we're X amount of years or X amount of time into this relationship and I have never seen this before. Why am I just now seeing this? Exposed and revealed. Okay, I'm going to read this whole thing. Here we go. The key concepts of this card are healing shame, the imposter syndrome, letting go of self-condemnation, freedom from past unresolved wounds, focusing on self-worth, Queen of Pentacles, the underlying beauty in rejection, bittersweetness also, yes? When you experience shame, you don't just feel you've done something wrong. You feel like you are wrong, fundamentally flawed. Know that life loves you and the universe doesn't make junk, only magic. However, many social interactions, especially online, are steeped in distorted, unhealthy ways of expressing pain by shaming. And that's also part of what I was feeling with this woman holding a heart situation. Some of you do feel a level of shame for even thinking about, let alone expressing a desire to disconnect or move forward somehow. Okay. Here is the way out of this. See shame as the heart-wrenching cry for help that it is. Consider whether you have been triggered in the outer world by unresolved issues that matched all your inner pain points. If someone is shaming you, perhaps you have triggered them. How miserable they must be to extend their energy on such toxicity. They are drinking poison, hoping you will get sick. You cannot love someone out of their shame. You can only show compassion for both them and yourself, set a healthy boundary, and refuse to fan the flames. Look upon shame as the opportunity for growth, evolution, healing, and freedom. With this in mind, can you let go of your attachment to control? Admit that this emotion isn't something you have power over, and surrender to a higher power. There is a sacred equality to the vulnerability inherent in admitting you can't do this alone. When you allow yourself to be laid open in this way, you gain a beautiful new perspective. Then, the healed shame has the infinite power of the divine to set you free. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 you guys. Hi, Jinxie. What's up, baby girl? Oh, yeah? Really? Wow. That sounds pretty crazy, Jinx. Anyway, guys, there you have it. There's today's reading, today's message. Dealing with family issues, interpersonal relationship issues. This is going to be the theme for the winter months. And how perfect. The universe has designed this so well, don't you think? We have a massive collective shift that kicked off earlier in the year with Uranus being in Aries, going retrograde through Aries. Okay, Uranus, I don't know when. I think Uranus goes direct. Yes, Uranus goes direct in January, mid-January. But in terms of sidereal astrology, Uranus has been in Aries, has been going through a retrograde motion through Aries. We've had all other aspects and conjunctions and oppositions and full moons and new moons and all kinds of other shit. That, thank you so much for that donation, new moon. That has helped to influence great change within our sense of self. And now in the winter months, at least granted on the northern hemisphere, in the winter months when we are closest together with people, yeah, the people that we love, the people that we're closest to. Now Venus is in retrograde through revolutionary Sagittarius, and we have all this upheaval that's directly related to how your sense of self has changed over the course of the year of 2021. Isn't it so ironically perfect that now all of this comes to a head when we're stuck together? I fucking love it. I fucking love it, man. See what you're doing there, universe. Okay. All right. Shoo. Anyway, you guys, I am very excited for the coming year. I feel like many, many good things are going to come as a result of the hard work that we've all done over the year of 2021. Thank you so much, Liz, for your donation. I'm excited to bring these monthly readings back, but I'm also excited to focus it on astrology. Like, I really just want to talk to you guys. I really just want to talk to you guys. And morning coffee was a great way to do that, but I want to get more specific. And the best way for me to be specific and have more of a one-on-one conversation with people is to do it through signs. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to be incorporating astrology. Of course, it's going to be from the sidereal point of view, not mainstream or tropical. But even if you do subscribe more to mainstream tropical astrology, you are welcome to come get a slightly different perspective, a fresh perspective. I encourage you guys to cross-reference what I'm channeling on this channel with some of your other favorite readers that are of a more mainstream base. Cross-reference that with your favorite Vedic astrologers, 555 on the counter. Cross-reference it with other sidereal astrologers. Get as many points of view as you can. I mean, don't overload yourself. That is kind of a dangerous rabbit hole to go down. But if you're up for it, if you have the expansive mindset, if you have the capacity for it, try and get as many perspectives. There are so many perspectives to see things from. Chinese astrology is one of them. You have human design. That's one of them. That's not technically astrology, but it incorporates astrology. All kinds of good stuff, y'all. All kinds of good stuff. So, happy Monday to you. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I do plan on coming back tomorrow for a live daily reading. Again, retiring morning coffee, moving daily readings over to Patreon. There are new tiers for Patreon. I have added a lower tier for $3 a month. Everybody gets access to everything, no matter what you're paying, although you do get a few more benefits as you go up the ladder. And I started a new tier on Patreon for $55 a month. 5 people will get one freestyle reading from me per month. That is pretty new. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to work that into my schedule, so that's why I'm starting with only 5 people. Depending on how that goes in the future, I may add more spaces. So if you're interested in that, get up on it, because there's only 5 spaces. But with that $55 tier, that is called the regulars, you also get a 20% discount on all of your personal readings that you get with me throughout the month. There is a tier right below that, which is the Unicorn Herd. That's $11 a month. You also get that 20% discount. Look, the 10 of Cups just came out. Hey, Unicorn Herd. All right, y'all. You also get that 20% discount. Right under that is $7 a month. You guys get a 10% discount. And then the last 2 tiers, there's $5 a month, and then there's $3 a month, and you guys just get access to everything. But really, if you're interested, go check it out and read through it just so that you get a clear understanding of what Patreon is, because I'm just gonna, well, I'll try and recap it. So if you are a Patreoner, first of all, you are providing to the channel. You're helping keep the channel alive. So thank you very much. It is without you guys without you guys, I would not be able to be here to do this for the collective. So thank you so much. Even for your support here on YouTube, thank you so much. It's also with you that I'm able to do this. So thank you. Door to Spirit just came out. This is your Door to Spirit right here. You're looking at them. At least one of them. But so as a patron, you support the channel, but you also get premier access to me in a way. I do focus more interpersonally with my Patreoners. We have more private discussions. I can help you a little bit more on things. We can talk a little bit more privately. All patrons get access to that. You also get access to being able to shape and mold the channel. So anything new that we want to add to it, how we want to maybe fix things or whatnot, whatever, you guys get premier voting rights in terms of that. And I will come to you guys first for suggestions and all that kind of stuff. So all patrons get access to that as well. But again, go check it out if you're interested. Um, if you are interested, you might want to wait. Here comes the angel of balance. You might want to wait until the 1st to sign up, because if you sign up, like say today or between now and the 1st of January, you're going to be charged for this month, the month of December. And then you're going to be charged again on the 1st of January. If that doesn't bother you, then go right ahead and sign up now. But if you want to, if that is whatever, for whatever reason, if you would rather not, if you prefer just to start on the 1st, then wait until the 1st, okay? And it's the same for every month. So if you want to start but you don't want to be kind of charged twice, start at the 1st of the month instead of starting after the 1st of the month, because if you start after the 1st of the month, towards the end of the month, you're going to be charged for the month ahead behind you, and then you're going to be charged again for the month ahead. Last thing that I want to say about Patreon is all of the videos that I have ever done on Patreon from the very beginning are still there. So if you are signing up, and I'm going to have to finagle this for somehow, this is going to be difficult for me, but because I'm going to have to change some of the settings, but I just realized this. But you're going to have access to everything that's there. Even last year's content or whatnot, like everything that I've posted, I haven't taken anything down. So it's all there. Okay, so when you sign up for Patreon, you get access to all previous content plus whatever new is coming. And that's for everybody, okay? No matter what tier. So yeah, there you go, guys. Exciting new changes coming about. I love you all so very much. I'm gonna go about my day. I have a lot of planning to start. We have a new moon coming this coming weekend, and I'm planning on starting a bunch of seeds on the new moon. I'm very excited for that. So I have to start really preparing for that, but we're in a good moment for it because the moon is in Virgo right now. So this is an excellent time to get planning in action, okay? I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Yes? Take care. Mwah. Bye.